Hello and welcome everyone. I'll be explaining to you Codeforces problem, um, uh, recent contest 691 div 2 problem C. It's row GCD. Okay, so we're given two positive integer sequences um, of length, respectively length n and m. Okay, so what do we have to find? Okay. For the final answer, I'll explain it to you in simple words as so the final answer would be an array of length m. Okay, so each index of the length of the final array's length m. Okay, each index would result us a value which is calculated as, I'll explain it to you how it's calculated. Not this one. Okay. As let's say the final array is f, and I want to find out f1. Okay, so the f1 would be, okay, the f1 would be, look, a1, I mean actually let's say g for GCD. Okay, a1 plus b1 comma a2 plus b1 comma a3 plus b1 comma dot 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 n. Okay, let's say if it's over. Okay, so similarly for each and every element, like um, for each and every element of the final array, okay, we have to find out the GCD of these values. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is that here it is written as that for each value of b, I have to find out the final arrays that index will be resulting of GCD of these values. Okay, so as we are clearly saying, for each of the b arrays index is getting an action of GCD with the array A, like this, by adding. Okay, so in a sense, if you try to implement with normally you could simply implement this, okay, but that would give a quadratic complexity. Okay, it will give like n square, because of n square complexity, which is not going to fit in the time limit. Okay, we're giving just 2 seconds, so it's obvious that we're gonna have to be aware about it, and we have to find out a decent solutions that would fit in this time limit. Okay, so we would definitely need something like n log n, or maybe n would do the work. Okay, so how should we do this? How should we do this problem? Reducing the complexity, and also look, the m value is greater. It's very large, 10 to the power 18, which means I have to take long integer. So we should also care about this. Yeah, be careful about this. Okay. Okay. So before jumping to the solution, okay, before jumping into the solution, I'll be explaining it to you a simple property of GCD values. Okay, so we know that it is actually the property of GCD. If you have learned about GCD, how to calculate the greatest common divisor, you can search on, you can Google on it, and you'll find out there are some properties of this greatest common divisor. Okay, now what is that? Let's say two numbers. I'll, I'll be finding the GCD of K and P. Okay, now GCD of K comma P is equivalent or equal to GCD of K comma K minus P. Okay, we are assuming that k is greater than p. Okay. K is greater than p. Greater than okay, k is greater than p. We're assuming it. Okay. Uh, Also is equal to, I'm writing on here. Okay, GCD of k, comma k plus p. So you should be able to aware about this property. Okay. So if you know this property, this problem will be very much easier to analyze for you, to make to reduce the complexity. Okay. So this property is very helpful. So let's take this property. Okay, GCD of k comma p is equal to GCD of k comma k minus p. Okay, so how is this property is going to help us to find out the solution of this problem in order to reducing the complexity? Okay, um, let's find out how is this going to help us. Okay, so if we could say like GCD of k p equal to GCD of k minus p. Okay, if you can say as this, how about saying the array as okay, we have already determined about this property. Can we say this? Let's see. I think we can say this actually. Let's see. Uh, let's see for just b1. Okay, got b1 and plus a1 comma b1 plus a2 equal to um, b1. Okay, so we can also say it like that. Like b will be like it will be it will be reduced by subtracting from it, and we'll take the ABS. It won't matter. Okay, we'll take the ABS if one is greater than the other. Okay, that won't matter much. We could even sort the array to make it like one will be greater than ABS means actually absolute value. Okay, so that won't matter much. We can sort the array and make everything increasing, and we will do like that. So if we can say that, okay, if GCD of kp equal to GCD of k comma k minus p, then we can also say this, right? Then actually we could also say it like this. If the are values are up to n, like we could say something like this: b1 plus a1 comma a2 minus a1 comma a3 minus a1 sorry, a3 minus a2 actually, a4 minus A3 dot and so on up to n. So what we're actually doing is we're gonna be now if you analyze it, what we're finding in this case, we're finding the absolute value between the two elements of the array A. So in this way we could easily pre-compute the n-1 elements, okay, and n-1 elements GCD value, because these values can definitely be pre-computed as we are already given the array A up to n, okay, and we can do the GCD values, and we can also pre-compute that this value, this is the tricky part, okay. This temp, let's say the temp value, okay, this temp value is going to help us a lot to reduce the complexity. How? Now if you analyze it, if you just have a slight okay, let's say, okay, so we have found out the value temp, which is the initial and the difference between those elements, the GCD values of the difference between two elements. So in this way, as we have pre-computed, now for BI, I just only have to we'll just draw a linear loop, and we're gonna only have to be just doing a GCD with B1 plus each value of B with adding with the initial value of A, and GCD, we'll do the GCD with temp value, okay. So this is pretty easy if you just understand the property of GCD. It will be very easy to analyze it, okay. I hope I made you understand. I hope I made you understand this. I'll take you to the code part to make you understand more about this, okay. Now look, we took two values, n and m, the two arrays, okay. They are being taken as n and m, and I did sorted the array value as I'm taking the the difference between those two values, so I have to make it positive, okay. So here I'm creating, as I told you, the temp value here. The temp value is actually GG. I've initialized as GG as the temp value. It is creating this portion, meaning this portion is this, okay. So GG is here, and after calculating and pre-computing GG, we can easily find out the result. For every value of BI, we will just sorry for that, we will just do the GCD with the first element of array A, adding the first value BI, as we already discussed about it earlier, using the property of B of the GCD, okay. So here is the temp, and here is this part, okay. B1 plus A. Similarly, every for each of the elements, or B2 plus A naught, okay. B2 plus A naught means the first value, okay, the first value, and we'll find out the result, okay. So this is a bit of tricky during the contest, but if you know the properties of GCD, you will understand it more better. If you, I hope I made you understand, okay. So I hope you got the intuition also, and so till next time, bye bye.